Hi. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to sharp a long length pencil like this. And most of the time when you buy a pencil, then you get this length, or sometimes even it's not sharpened. So what is why we need to sharpen our pencil like this? Just because to have more control on your strokes, your lines, and you can actually work like you're painting from the day one. So when a new artist start, most of the time we get scared of this length, that oh, it's a charcoal pencil, it's all, the lead is quite soft, so we think that oh, I might break it, I might not work it. And even sharpening this pencil in the beginning, you feel some of the people feel it's frustrated. So let me show you how we will sharpen a pencil like this. And another thing, before I start sharpening, I would like to share with you that I like to work with two lengths, like like these two lengths, because sometime I am, and also I would suggest to new beginners artists that start with this length and then eventually move to this length, because it will help you to gradually graduate from this to this, and then from this to it will be very easy to graduate from this to using a brush stroke and a brush itself, and doing your, when you start painting from after the drawing. So it's a very important. And why, another reason why we draw this, we use this pencil, is we use wrist movement. It's very easy to do this way when you are drawing and sketching, and using, like, all your bone joints and shoulders to work when you are drawing it. It's most of the time we are used to writing like this, which is just a simple movement of, very limited movement of this, because when we are doing a very concentrated work or small tiny integrated work, then this movement is good. But when we have to sketch bigger forms, or we have to paint eventually, then we have to use the entire movement of our hand. And it's also very important to have a flexible lines and control over the lines, and also to manipulate your thickness and lightness of the line quality. So let me share with you how we are going to do this. So for that, to sharpen this, what we need is one knife like this. We need a sandpaper. What I have done is I got this sandpaper. Use a very fine sandpaper, I would suggest, not the there are very different kind of quality of sandpapers. You can actually get this kind of a sandpaper from art store, or even from, like, those tool stores like Home Depots, or something like that. um, um, and then these two things basically you need. Another thing, you need some box like this, where when you're peeling off your pencil wood, then you need to collect it somewhere, otherwise it will get spilled everywhere. I have used this one. I bought spinach and I'm using this box for that. What I normally do is I actually collect some of the dust, the charcoal dust, and I use it that later on for for my some painting work, or for my sketch work, to do a light shading, or with, there are many different ways, so we have to make another video for that. So let's get started. So make sure you have this, and you have or maybe you can use a bigger container in the beginning if you don't have a control over your hand how to do it. And then if you absolutely need this, because the charcoal dust is very fine and it will spread everywhere else, and when you will walk on the floor or somewhere else, you will find there are black patches on your body or thing. All right, so in the beginning, most of the time, as I said, when you buy the pencil, it's like this lead, you get this kind of a lead, or sometimes even the pencil is not sharpened. So I'm going to start with this, and what we need to do is, like, make sure your blade is very sharp, and you're careful while you are doing it. And we don't have to do like this. Normally we do like this, but for particularly working with charcoal, you have to peel it like very softly. um, So you have to really softly peel it like this. And it's a slow process. It's a very slow process, and you have to just push with your thumb. Put, place your knife like this, and then you have to just use your thumb and push it, and you have to peel a very soft, very slowly, and don't your angle will decide, like your this angle will decide how deep you will make a cut inside the wood to peel it off. So if you have to make it very soft, and very small peel, not too hard, because if you do it too hard, and then the skin will come out a little thicker, and there are chances that you will break the lead. So we will just keep doing it like this. And another thing you'll see, I'm rotating my pencil as I am grinding it like this. Okay, so I am rotating it at the same time, because I don't want to just do it one area and then not cover another side of it. And we have to make it like we have to taper this lead. So I'll keep doing it like that. I'm keeping this on top of my motor. Let me keep it like this, and it's just easy for me. Maybe I'll just do that. Yeah. Okay. So we got our first length, which was the smaller length, as I showed you before. This one, we got that length done. This was the one, yeah. And now see that this is still a very thick point. The point is, we need a very thin pointed pencil, because this is too thick for us. And what I will do is, like, I will use my sandpaper, okay, and I will just rub it softly. Use very fine sandpaper. My this one is still, I think I need to buy a much more softer and fine sandpaper for this. So we'll keep doing it, but make sure that you're rotating the pencil while you are doing it. And you're not doing it like this. You have to do it in a little angle like that, so the whole lead get sharpened, and it's much more like a taper rather than just the point. This lead need to be like a taper kind of a thing, like gradually going into a pointed sharp pencil lead. So we'll keep doing this. And in case you don't have this, and then when you're done, you just do this, because what will happen, the dust will get inside this box, and you can use that dust later on. Otherwise, charcoal dust keep sticking to that part. What you can also do it if you don't have sandpaper in the beginning, or you need to bring it. So same thing, when we were peeling off this wood, we can just keep doing this. This will make a small noise, but softly keep doing it, and keep rotating it. Keep rotating your pencil, and you see that we are getting this charcoal dust, and you will make the very pointed pencil, very sharp pencil. And I will show you why we needed that sharp pencil, that pointed one. And it's a very like a zen kind of a time where when you're free or watching TV or something, you can prepare your pencils. And I would suggest at the when you start sharpening it, do it like 3 4 pencils already, make them ready, because when you're drawing that time, you're in a very different mode, different mindset, and you don't want to stop your drawing if your pencil breaks, and and to sharp again. You have to have a few pencils ready up front, so that when you're drawing it, you don't have to go back or stop, and because you will lose the momentum of that when you're drawing, so say. And yeah, so this is how you will do it. And to make this length is exactly the same. Keep working on it, and then you got this one. You don't need to actually sharpen it. You're using sandpaper or something, but if you are going for that length, get that length. And same way, you will keep working on that, and keep rotating your pencil like this. I am just to make this video, I am doing it like this. Normally I just do it more like this. Okay, so for the sake of video, I am doing it, because otherwise you won't be able to see it. Whatever is comfortable for you, do that in that direction, but just make sure that you are rotating your pencil at the same time with like this kind of a movement, while you're peeling it off softly. And I know in the beginning it will be very difficult to hold the pencil doing it like this, but as you practice over the period of time, you will get better with that. Okay, so I will keep doing it. And if you will do it carefully and softly, not in a rush, if you don't sharp it like you have to do it in 2 minutes and all, you have enough time. And then I think you will, most of the time I have seen that I have not broken my pencil while I'm sharpening it. Most of the time I break it when I am actually drawing it. So I think my pencil is now ready. Right, so see, my pencil is now almost ready. So but another thing which I would like to share with you is, sometimes you will get a pencil which has a lead which is quite weak already inside, and so when you are going to sharpen it and you reach almost to this length, it will break automatically. So if you can see, this lead is like broken by itself while I was sharpening it. And this pencil I have not used it even for one sketch, because every time I sharp it, I get it gets break, and then I'm not able to sharp it properly. And so I got this now, and now I will use my sandpaper, and I will same thing. I will use this whole lead like this, and softly I will keep rotating it, but I will not keep my pencil like straight. My pencil will have a little taper in it, and it will be a little angle to it when I'm sharpening it. If it is like this, what will happen, I will have a straight lead without any like pointed lead. So a pointed lead I want like gradually going towards the point. Not that I don't want to waste this. I want to keep this thickness of thickness of the lead. So I will gradually make it so that it's more. So when you do it, then you get, that the edge where you see that from this onward it's going like a little, there's a tape, there's an angle to it, but before that it's more like a straight line. So I keep doing that. And make sure your pressure on the pencil is very soft, otherwise while doing this you will break it if it is too hard, and you don't need too hard anyways, because it's a small, it's like, very softly you have to manage this process. And keep rotating it. Okay, so and then you have your pencil, sharpened pencil like this, like that, and then with this you can actually easily can control the thickness of of your strokes, and you don't need to really like work with, so like that you can easily work with, you can create a lot of pattern, you can control very nicely with this pencil like that. Yeah, so I hope it was helpful, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.